Season 2025-26 is almost over. That's why ISU is getting ready for the changes in rules. Recently, the ISU has announced two new communications, one dealing about the choreographic elements such as choreographic sequence and choreographic spins, and the other communication deals with the requirements for international novice competitions. And today I would like to tell you about some possible future amendments that the International Skating Union might introduce in the future or in the nearest future. Everything I'm going to speak about is just my imagination or everything that I, if I were an ISU member, would like to introduce to be changed in the future. So all changes that I would like to apply can be divided into 5 groups: jumps, spins, step sequences, choreographic stuff, and generals. Let's start with the step sequences. If you have ever read the communications about international novice competitions, you must have noticed the following thing. In the step sequences for advanced novice skaters, the clusters must have some prescribed turns. For example, for season 26-27, skaters will have to do the counter forward outside and the loop backwards outside. It means that if you want to get the level feature clusters, among the 6 difficult turns inside the clusters, there must be counter forward outside and loop backward outside. This is going to be the 3rd year of this amendment, and I think it would be quite interesting and useful to introduce this very thing for junior step sequences at least, or for all short program step sequences, while in the free program for seniors, the skaters could do any clusters they like. And every year, the ISU would be able to make skaters do more and more different clusters. Enough with the step sequences, at least I didn't have any more imagination here. Let's go next, section 2, spins. And here I have about 4 different proposals. Proposal number 1, how to calculate a level. According to the novice requirements, intermediate and basic novice have maximum level 2 for a spin. And if they want to get the maximum level 2, skaters need to show at least 1 level feature on each foot, if this is a spin with a change of foot. If there is no change of foot, then the skater can do both level features on 1 foot. As for junior and senior skaters, they can do maximum 2 level features per foot. So, what's my proposal? If a skater wants to get a level 4, then for sure they need to do at least 2 level features on 1 foot and at least 2 level features on the other foot. One of the level features must be of the list for a level 4. To get a level 3, you do either 2 plus 1 or 1 plus 2. As for level 2, now skaters can do 0 plus 2 or 2 plus 0 or 1 plus 1. And what I suggest is that if you want to get a level 2, you need to do at least 1 level feature per foot. And if you have 0 level features on one of the feet, for example, you have 0 plus 2 or 2 plus 0 or 0 plus 1 or 1 plus 0, it would make the spin be level 1. So instead of a level 2, skaters, if they have a problem on either foot, would get a level 1 instead of a level 2. Next, 2.3. Flying spins in junior short program. Every year, junior skaters have either flying sit spin or flying camel spin as a flying spin. In season 25-26, we had flying sit spin. Next season, we will have flying camel spin. Then again, flying sit spin, flying camel, whatever. I would like to introduce a mandatory flying upright spin as well. So we would have flying sit spin, flying camel spin, flying upright spin, then again flying sit, flying camel, flying upright. skaters will have to learn some new level features outside those commonly used by everybody. Here I would like to add that for seniors, they can do any flying spin in the short program. That may be flying sit, flying camel, flying upright, and flying layback. Next, 2.4, difficult change of position on the same foot. This is the level feature for combination spins only. Most of the skaters do the difficult change of position in the following way. They do first the sit behind, and then they do a transition into the camel forward. So in the sit spin, they already catch the free leg, and all they do is just lift, and that's it. I don't see any difficulty here, any real difficulty actually, and I find that the transition from sit forward or sit sideways or just sit position into the camel forward is more difficult, because at least there is a leg movement, a foot catch, whatever. There is something that really increases the difficulty of such a difficult change of position. My suggestion is to make the sit behind to camel forward change of position in the usual way when people have the bended leg, not a difficult change of position. While other variations, more difficult than others, variations of the sit behind position would make such a change of position really difficult. So skaters would have either to do a really difficult sit behind position or do another variation like sit forward, sit sideways, or a basic sit position. And finally 2.5, jumping features, one of my favorites. Among all the jumping features we have difficult flying entry, change foot by jump, difficult exit, and jump within a spin. So we have 4 jumping features, and all these level features can be done in the same way, and they will all give a level feature. For example, we can do the flying entry by toe Arabian, difficult exit by toe Arabian, change of foot by toe Arabian, and as a variation we can do a jump inside, jump within a spin, also by toe Arabian. It means that toe Arabian can be used in the spins 4 times, and it will give 4 different level features. Remember the illusion. Before, we also could do it as a difficult entry, difficult exit, non-base position, difficult change of position, so also 4 times. For the past few years, the ISU says that the illusion can be used only once, either or. The same should be done by toe Arabian. Which difficult types do we have in jumping features in the spins? We have toe Arabian, butterfly, death drop, and something more creative like raspberry twist, etc. At least we could enumerate 1, 2, 3 and others. And we could say the following. The jumping spins needs to be done in a different way. For example, if you do a change of foot by toe Arabian, you cannot do the flying entry by toe Arabian. You need to use either butterfly or death drop. Section 3. Choreo stuff. The ISU has proved that we are coming from 7 jumping elements to 6 jumping elements, and instead of a 3rd spin in the free skating junior and senior program, we will have a choreographic spin. And how about making the 7th jumping element a choreographic jump? This jump could be used in a choreographic sequence as an additional skating movement outside the 2 different skating movements as movement number 3, or it could be used outside this choreo sequence in any part of the program to highlight the program or to make it more creative. And of course, the choreographic jump cannot be a backflip. Section number 4, jumps. According to the recent novice communication, skaters who would have all 6 types of jumps in a free skating program would get a bonus of 2 points. So if you can do all 6 types of jumps, no matter how many revolutions, you would get an additional 2-point bonus. It's better to introduce something similar for junior and senior skaters too, because a lot of skaters have problems with either flip or lutz or both, and they just don't include these jumps in a free program. For example, the reigning junior world champion from Japan, Ryo Nakata. 2-time world champion Shoma Uno, also from Japan, had problems with his lutz edge. That's why he did not include it in his program. We need some rule that would make skaters show all types of jumps. Of course, we can introduce a 2-point bonus for it, but I think we can introduce something more interesting. In short and free program, skaters need to show all 6 types of jumps. If a skater does not have 6 types of jumps in both programs, then the last element number 6, jumping element number 6 in the free program, would get an asterisk. This, of course, will make all skaters learn and improve the technique of absolutely all types of jumps. Another thing for short and free program together. Thanks to the decrease of the jumping elements in the free program, skaters will have probably more creative jump combinations and sequences. But here we could introduce the following. In the short program we have 1 jump combination. In the free program we have at least 1 jump combo. So let's make the 2 jump combinations in different programs with different jumps. For example, in a short program, we do a jump combination with triple toe, and in the free program, we need to use some different jump, anything except toe. For example, with a triple loop or with Euler triple cell, it will add more difficulty and will make skaters be able to do any jump combinations. Next, jump sequences. According to the rules, a jump sequence has a second and/or third jump, an axel type jump executed by a step. In pair skating, not all teams are able to add 2 double axels. That's why many of them did triple toe, single axel, double axel sequence. They were using this single axel to get some more speed for a double axel as jump number 3. Because of this problem, the ISU accepted an amendment for pair skating only, that a jump sequence in pair skating would consist only of 2 jumps, where the second jump is an axel type jump. But I have another proposal. Let's make a jump sequence have axel type jump by a step as a second or third jump. Let's get rid of and. This will make skaters do more creative jump sequences, and in pair skating they will have either a 2 jump sequence with 1 double axel, or they will just add 2 double toes. As for me, I don't like jump sequences with 2 double axels. I find them pretty easy to do, and skaters who can do all triples have no problems of adding 2 double axels and have a very expensive jump element. Let's move on. We are coming back to junior short programs. In a junior short program, skaters have 3 elements: axel type jump, jump combination, and some solo jump. And this solo jump changes every year. Triple lutz, triple flip, triple loop, and then we go next. My suggestion is that we can keep this. For example, we will have always some jump that would change every year, but it would be interesting to make the jump combination be partially fixed. For example, one year we have a jump combination with toe loop, another with loop, and one year it will be loop with some element. Besides, we will have this. or we could change it somehow to make this cycle be 4 years, the Olympic cycle. The problem is that almost no one do a jump combination with a triple loop or a double loop in a short program. It's very difficult and it's even risky. It's more risky than with a triple toe. Besides, the combination triple loop, triple toe is considered to be one of the most difficult. Next, my favorite jump, Euler type jump. The problem is that the Euler type jump must be executed from the back outside edge. We have a back outside edge takeoff. And many skaters, when they do Euler triple cell, they do a change of edge here, and instead of a back outside edge, they do a back inside or flat edge. And unfortunately, not all judges see this change of edge and reduce the JOE for the jump combination. That's why I would like to suggest to make judges be more careful for identifying the takeoff edge on Euler. For example, we have a triple flip or any flip and LUTs. We have an attention and edge call. We could add here Euler as well and make the technical panel review the takeoff edge, and the judges would look at the info column and decide whether the Euler is okay or not. If it's done from the back inside edge, technically it's not Euler anymore, it's volley jump. So they would reduce the JOE for the entire jump combination or sequence. Finally, the skaters would pay more attention to the execution of Euler, and the coaches would finally make everyone do the Euler in the correct way. Section number 5, general. I decided to end by this section. So what am I suggesting? We have the grade of execution from -5 to +5, while as for positive aspects, according to the communication, we have 6 positive bullets. That's why I would like to suggest to make the JOE, the scale of the JOE, up to +6. As for the negative score, we can either keep it -5, or maybe it would be better to do from -6 to +6. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you liked it. And if you have something to write in the comment about my proposals, feel free to do it. I'm not an ISU member, but if one day I am one, I will for sure introduce some of these proposals. But I think that in the near future, the ISU is going to introduce itself, at least some of my thoughts. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. See you next time.